Hello, everyone. We want to welcome you to the African Beat.
and Caribbean Heat podcast.
It's your boy Obadolas, aka Dolama.
And I am Queen Tia. Welcome back to our podcast. How you doing today?
Good. How you doing, Cynthia?
Doing good.
How was your
I'm doing
day?
good. My day was good. It was good. So you guys, I want to apologize in advance. So as you guys can see, we're in a different space today. And all of a sudden this smoke detector decides that it wants to die. And so you are going to be hearing some beeping in the background. So we want to apologize in advance for that. But
Yeah. We're
but no, my
sorry,
day,
guys.
yeah, my day was good. I'm
That's good.
happy that the weekend is here.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're in a new month already.
Yeah. Time is flying fast, like crazy.
For real. Like
You
you
know.
blink, it was January, blink again, it's now September.
September, yeah. 2 more months, and we're celebrating Christmas and everything.
I know, getting into the
Crazy.
holiday season. That's one of
Yeah.
the things even though like the weather changes, I look forward to the holiday season because there's so many things that's happening around that time.
Yeah.
Family and friends getting together and sharing time and being grateful and thankful for different things. So I do look forward to that part of
Mm.
going into the fall season, but I'm not looking forward to it getting
Oh
colder.
yeah. I hate the cold, man. Anything about the cold.
Yeah. How was your week?
It was good. It went fast.
Mhm.
Had a busy week.
Yeah.
Did a lot of gymming, exercise, and then
Okay.
work, trying to get things together. And then time is running fast, like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking like Christmas is almost here, and my pocket ain't good.
Oh no.
I mean,
Oh
what am I
goodness.
gonna buy in Christmas? Well, at least
Yeah.
I'm.
I hear you. I mean, it's nice to get people in your life things for during the holidays, but
Yeah,
just remembering really what
especially the kids.
especially the kids, yeah.
Yeah, especially the
Get
kids.
nice things for the kids. But just remember what the season is all about.
Yeah, it's about love and
Yeah,
sharing and giving.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about social media influence on people's life and dating,
Yeah.
beliefs and understanding.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the social media, like um, so many, we live in a world where people, uh, I believe, don't think for themselves mostly,
Mm.
and they live their life through what they see in social media
Mm-hmm.
and who they're following in social media.
Yeah. Yeah.
So very soon it's gonna be like you meet a girl and you date, you talking to her, you getting to know her.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna ask her what's your social media IG number or whatever,
Okay.
and you look up who she's following. If she's following somebody that's against men or somebody that's telling them men's
Against
are
men.
this, men's are that, run.
Likewise, ladies, if the guys that you're talking to is following some red pill, mansphere type nonsense that says how women are the reason why the world is the way they are, you need to run from them as well.
uh,
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because social media is so powerful.
yeah,
You know, it's really a great tool because you get to learn a lot of information in a short amount of time. You have access to a lot. You can connect with people
mhm,
all across the world, right in your hand, at your fingertips. And there's so much information out there. It's
yeah,
kind of hard sometimes to decipher like what's really good information
mhm,
and what I wouldn't say bad information, but things that could um, jeopardize where you're trying to go, what you're trying to do. So um, for a lot of people, social media is like the Bible.
yeah. Tells them how to live their life.
Yeah, like they go to social media to get all the answers to all the questions they have and what to do in this scenario, in that scenario.
Mhm.
So, what are your thoughts about when it comes to um, the youth, younger people, even like, older people? And when I say older, I mean like, 30s, 40s, whatever.
Mhm.
Just always running to social media as
Yeah.
a way to like get answers to burning questions that they may have. What are your thoughts about that?
Um, I would say social media like was built to like connect the people all
Hmm.
over the world so
Hmm.
that people can talk to each other and socialize because the world is big.
Yeah.
So you can be in America and talking to somebody in China
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So it's really good. But it has some disadvantage where people use social media as their everyday living and what they believe in and what should shape their life, right? Where people don't think on their own. Some
Yeah.
people don't think on their own. They just see whatever somebody is doing and they feel like they want their life to be like that, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Not knowing that so many of the people that we follow on social media, they don't show you the reality life out of the social media.
That's true. Yeah.
They don't show like the ladies that follow couples that go to vacations, Dubai, that he buys her flower all the time, that he cooks for her once in a while, that he, does whatever she wants, and all the ladies are loving it, right? But they don't show you where they fight. They don't show you where they have an issue.
Yeah.
And people see that and they want to incorporate that to their life. And it destroys some form because some guys cannot afford to take you to Dubai. I mean, they can get you a flower, but vacation and that stuff. Some guys don't know how to cook, so they depend on the lady. So it's like social media, like it creates a vacuum where people want to not live in reality. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
okay. They
And
want to escape reality.
just escape reality and live in something that's not really a reality.
Yeah.
So it's affecting the relationship, it's affecting beliefs and the roles of life, right? So when it's affecting people like that, then you come and think about like what's the next generation gonna be like? Where you have people that don't think for themselves
Yeah.
and they just want to live life like so person that they're following and they don't know the reality of what the person they're following does or
Yeah.
not, right?
Yeah.
For example, like I'm dating a girl, right? And we're doing good and we're managing, and she's following one guy that's into maybe big business that nobody knows, and he buys her a lot of stuff, shoes, clothes, and she comes home mad at me all the time. I'm asking, why you mad?
Yeah.
And she's like, look at what this guy is doing for his girl that he's showing her love. Why can't you do it? I said, I ain't got the money, kind of money he has.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it makes it's and then you tell her that, so it's making her have like multiple mood change, right?
Okay.
Where your girl is okay with you, you're doing your best, and then once she goes into social media, she changes again and she's mad. So her mood is conflicting.
Yeah.
And before you know it, the relationship becomes unstable
Sure.
because you have a girlfriend that's her mood is changing every time she sees the person that she's following living a good life or doing something for his girl, right?
Yeah.
She don't see the bad part, but she sees all this stuff he does, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she changes her mood at you, and then she's trying to make you be like that guy.
Sure.
You're not like that guy.
Yeah.
Your relationship is not like that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's destroying so many relationships. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. You hear this thing, you might have heard this term before called like couple goals or couples goals. And it's the idea that people see other couples and how they operate and what they do for each other, and they want to like model their relationship after those people. But you said something that was really important, that on social media we have full control over what we choose to share, right? So if someone is choosing to share like all of the good things that happen in their life, in their relationship, to the person that's viewing the stories or the posts, you're going to assume like, oh my gosh, like they have a really good relationship because, they travel all over the world. He buys her nice things, she buys him nice things. Their kids look a certain kind of way. So then it creates this false sense of reality, and you're thinking like they're perfect.
Yeah.
And you aspire to have a life that's similar to those individuals. But what people need to understand is, again, social media, it just shows people like a small percentage
Mhm.
of what really is going
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
so there are a lot of like celebrities or like influencers who leverage social media to carry forth their platform. So if there's things that they're involved in, if they have businesses, they can leverage social media to help push their business forward. And like the more followers they
Yeah.
have, the more business they get, the more money they make. So they realize too that they have a image to uphold.
Mhm.
If people look at them a certain kind of way, they have to uphold that. But what happens in those scenarios is that they're not truly being authentically who they are,
Yeah.
right? And they're giving their followers a false sense of reality. Okay. So, like, so in that scenario that you just explained, where like, her mood will go up and down depending
Mhm.
on what she sees on social media. And then she's questioning you about, like, why don't you do this or why don't you do that? Like, immediately that needs to be like corrected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she needs to understand, like, those individuals are just showing you like a small percentage of what's happening in their lives.
Mhm.
And our lives are not the same.
Yeah.
My bank account don't look like their bank
No.
account. So I can't do, those big lavish things that, you see that person experiencing. But here are the things that I can do to show you that I care and that I love and that I'm here in this relationship with you. So the fact that she's allowing, those things to kind of shift her mood, I think it speaks more so to the person of who she is. And she needs to figure out
Yeah.
why she's having that reaction and why she is being obsessive about this person and their lifestyle and what their loved one is doing for them. And then projecting that onto
Mhm.
you as far as like why you don't do this, why you don't do that.
Yeah. And sometimes like for guys, social media like you see a guy doing good, he's always showing money and dollars and millions of dollars and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then you feel like, what the hell am I doing with my life? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm slacking.
No.
But you don't know what business he might be doing,
Yeah.
drug business. He might be doing,
Yeah.
like illegal stuff
Mm-hmm.
that he's not gonna come out there and tell you he's doing
Yeah.
it. He's just telling you, I'm making money, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I look at that, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's affecting my health
Mm-hmm.
because now I'm stressed. Now I'm like thinking my life is all messed up,
Yeah.
and I ain't what I'm doing is not the right thing, and then it's like affecting my mental stability.
Yeah, you start to
You
second
know,
guess yourself, right?
yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
starts to all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So like, social media has its good and bad,
Yeah.
and people gotta like distinguish what are they doing in social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta know what you gotta look for the benefit of it
Mm-hmm.
because we live in a world that's the more drama, the more chaos you do, the more people follow you.
That's true.
If you're preaching good, nobody listens to
That
you.
is so true. Why are
You know?
people so attracted to like
I
toxicity
don't know, it's
and
crazy.
drama?
It's crazy. Once you do drama, that's you go. People follow you like
Yeah,
crazy.
that stuff goes viral.
Yeah,
That's
and
so true. When I think about um, social media has definitely evolved over the last 10, 15 years. And it seems like there's like an obsession with the negative aspects of social media. So, like, the fighting and the
yeah.
bantering, and those viral moments where you see people are at odds and they're not getting along. Those tend to get more views, more
Yeah.
shares, more likes, more clicks. Um, Whereas in the example where you were talking about, this guy is all flashy with money and all this other stuff, and
Hmm.
he could be a drug dealer, he could be
Yeah.
doing some illegal stuff,
Good stuff.
but like, but what if he was actually had a legit business
Mhm.
and was using his platform to help other men, you know, learn how to do what he's doing to be able to provide for their family? Those things don't really get as much play
Yeah.
as
No.
like the bad
Showing
boy
off. Yeah.
lifestyle and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
Yes.
you
Yes.
as the consumer of the social media or the viewer of the social media, like, you have an obligation and a responsibility to yourself to make sure that you're consuming content that is good, content that's going to enrich your life, content that's going to move you forward, that you're following people who have like the same mindset, they're doing things, they have goals, and they can inspire
Yeah.
you to be a better person than instead of like reminding you of all the things you don't have,
Mhm.
you know. But then we have to make sure too, like mentally, that we're okay. Like
Yeah.
mentally, we're not allowing what we see on social media to make us feel bad about where we are currently in our lives. You know, everybody's journey is different.
Yeah. And like I always laugh at, like, you know how we like um use parental guidance in kids
Yep.
social media.
Uh-huh.
We gotta start doing adult parental guidance too.
For
Like
adults.
yeah, for your girlfriend or your like for a
Lord.
man, like you gotta like, okay, this is what you can follow. This is what you cannot follow.
Well, hold on
You know what I
now.
mean?
I don't know. That's a bit extreme. I mean, you know, she's
Yeah,
she's an adult, you know, and
yeah.
she can decide, you know, what content she wants to follow, but she has to understand like how that's
The precaution of
impacting.
it, yeah,
Yeah, like how it's
of the
impacting
relationship.
her, how it's impacting the relationship. And
Yeah,
if she continues to allow that to be a, an issue,
issue then
yeah, then
it
you know
dissolves.
it's yeah, and it may not end well, or maybe she'll like, you know what, you're right, and then just make the adjustments, you know,
Yeah,
to not allow that kind of stuff to um get her off track. But I have a question for you.
yeah.
So we're talking about social media, we're talking about the influences in social media. So let's talk a little bit about dating. I know last a couple episodes we were talking about um like dating dynamics when it comes to like physicality, like what people
Mhm.
are attracted to in someone that they're pursuing. So another big thing in social media is this idea that people need to look a certain kind of way. So you have like your Instagram girls where it's all flashy and
Yeah,
makeup and all this other stuff, right? And so I think along the same vein, you have, you know, young ladies who look at these young women on social media as like that's like um the true definition of what's beautiful,
hmm
what's acceptable. And then they're going through extreme situations to attain those standards of beauty that they're seeing there. So, like, what are your thoughts about like how normal people like you and I
hmm
are allowing the content of others when it comes to like beauty and beauty standards in dating to really penetrate our psyche and have us think that the way how we look, the way how we present is not good enough because we're comparing what we look like to what they see on the internet or in social media.
Yeah. Before I can say stuff like that, I just want
Mm.
to say a little thing that's like I see that's like funny sometimes in
Okay.
social media,
Yeah.
where like I've seen people like meet somebody in social media, like
Mm.
date,
Okay.
especially you meet somebody talking and talking, and
Yeah.
then you're like, you know what, we like each other,
Hmm.
and we're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend,
Okay.
right? You never seen each other before, and then you have a relationship in social media,
How
right?
do you do
And that relationship lasts like 6 months, maybe a year, maybe two,
that? Okay.
and then maybe like you guys have a plan to see each other and something happens, you break up on the social media again. So it's like you have social media relationship where people are
How is that?
dating on social media, but they never see each other ever. You know,
How is that
yeah,
even
yeah,
possible that
yeah.
you can have a relationship? So when you say that they never they have not met in
They have never
person,
met each other in
like but
person.
they've like seen each other like video chat and
Yeah,
stuff
they
like
have
that.
done
Okay,
video
okay.
chat.
Hmm.
They have talking,
Yeah.
and they went into a relationship before even seeing each
How
other,
do you how
right?
do you how do you do that?
And they did that for a long time, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then maybe like some months for them to finally see something happen, they break up.
Oh
So
my
they call it
gosh,
you date in social media, you break up in social media.
my goodness.
It's just funny how some people do that.
Hmm.
And then when it comes to what people see in social media
Hmm.
that makes them, because you have a lot of people talking, because social media is where people say anything that they feel,
Hmm.
whether it's correct or not. You have
Yeah.
the freedom to say it.
Yeah.
So you have so many people that follow you what you're saying,
Hmm.
right? And when it comes to the kind of girls they date. Some will tell you don't date single moms.
Mm.
Some will tell you like if a girls have like too much makeup on, run for your life. You know, she's crazy.
Mhm.
If a girl talks too much, it's so many of the young generation they go there to learn to pick up advice because it used to be when we were growing up, right?
Mhm.
When a man is like 18 or 19, he picks up advice from his dad
Sure.
or his mentor, like how to talk to a girl,
Mhm.
how to know which girl is good for me,
Yeah.
how to what should I do? Should I take her out? How do I take her out? What should I do?
Right.
Should I open the car door? Should I draw the table and all
Mhm.
that stuff,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Your dad will tell you, son, this is how you do it with a lady.
Yeah.
This is how you know who's a good lady for you. This is questions you should ask and understand. So now we jump over that one. Nobody's doing that.
Okay.
They go straight to social media
Okay.
and they get those advice from social media. While and sometimes the advice is chaos, sometimes the advice work, right?
Mhm.
But you have a lot of people looking up to that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people going there to look at girls that they know that they can never talk
Mm.
to and comment, and you have a lot of girls coming there because they get more attention on social media
Mhm.
more than real life,
Mhm.
So and it has become we're living in a world where people don't want to talk to each other no more, but they want to talk on the social media. It's like
Isn't that
talking
something?
talking to somebody on a glass wall. But
Yeah.
that person you're talking to when you meet in real life,
Yeah.
y'all can't talk again.
Can't talk. Right.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Like I've seen that, like you texting or you like chatting like one on
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
steady with somebody on social media and it's
Yeah.
rhyming good and yeah fix a date
Yeah.
and yeah come to date, y'all don't even know what to say
No
to each
say to
other
each
yet.
other. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that's a lot. I mean, a lot of young people they're challenged with that because they feel like they can be themselves behind the veil of social media, and so like when they're in person, they're awkward.
Yeah.
Like they can't talk to each other. They don't know how to talk to each other. They don't know how to maintain eye contact. But they feel more comfortable with their device in their hand and talking and communicating that way, and that's sad.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
sad that
sad.
people are starting to lack like what I would say like basic social
Hmm.
skills because we are so used to communicating online that people are losing that ability just to have like genuine connections in person and in real life.
And it's getting real bad because there's gonna be a time where people are gonna be like zombies. People, nobody's gonna look at each other or say hi.
Mm,
Everyone's gonna be
yeah, I mean, but it's happening
on their
now.
device. It's gonna get more worse. Like
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know the one that gets me like that I don't understand
What's
why
that?
is when I'm going to New York, right? Like I was in New York last year, 2022,
Mm,
and I was in the train station.
mm,
So I was going to Manhattan, right?
mm.
So I see a mom and a little kid. She gave that kid a tablet, and the kid is on a tablet.
Yeah.
Like for like I was in the train for like almost 25 minutes, and the kid's on the tablet for 25 minutes.
Hmm.
And that's what the mom does, gives the kids tablet,
Yeah.
and the light that comes out of our phone
Hmm.
and our stuff is radiation.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If I stay on my phone for like 30 minutes, I
Hmm.
get a headache
Sure.
because that's radiation going into my head.
Hmm.
It's like cooking my brain. So if I can feel how would a little
A
kid
little, yeah, that's still developing.
that's still developing will be,
Hmm. Hmm.
one, they're gonna get addicted to the device.
Yeah.
Two, they're gonna lose 100% social skills.
Mm.
Three, their brain is gonna devaluate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're gonna have a big situation with that child growing up.
Yeah.
So, and I get the parents is giving her so that she can be on her
Hmm.
phone.
Hmm.
You know what I
So
mean?
she can
Like,
be on her phone.
you know what I mean? Yes, I'm on my.
Yeah, so they won't bother you.
Nobody bother each other. No
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
socialization. Everybody do their own stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be a good thing,
Hmm.
but it has so many challenges in a society where I'm like looking at it like what's going on,
Hmm.
especially in dating. Like look at the dating right now. People can't talk to each other no more.
Hmm.
You can sit down with your girlfriend for like say you went to work, you got back from work, right?
Mhm.
And then you got like 16 hours before you go back to work with your girl. Y'all don't talk. Everybody's on their phone,
Mm-mm.
and you're sitting in the same chair.
Mhm.
Nobody's talking to each other.
Yeah.
And if she wants, if she remembers, like, oh, honey, tomorrow when you go to work, when you come back, go to the store and buy some chicken or fruit.
Mhm. Mhm.
Instead of her telling you, she's gonna text it to
Send you a
you.
text.
She's right there. You're right there.
Yeah. Why are you texting me? I'm sitting right here.
You know, and he's gonna reply yes.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So what's going on? This and it's causing the relationship to break because you don't know your spouse.
Yeah.
You don't really know your boyfriend. You don't really know your girlfriend. You don't really know your wife.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You just know the physical part, but you don't know her deep because y'all don't communicate.
Yeah.
Everybody's on social media, right?
Mhm.
So what I do with my girl I stay with, we have time for social media
Mhm.
and we have time for ourselves.
Yeah.
You got to create a timetable
Mhm.
where if we spend 16 hours a day before you go to work and
Mhm.
we don't see each other, we spend at least inside the 16 hours, we spend at least 13 hours
Mhm.
to communicate.
Yeah.
The rest you can social media and sleep
Whatever.
and
Mhm.
go to work
Mhm.
because you need communication. That's what makes us human.
Mhm.
If we don't talk to each other, if we don't, explore each other, we're like zombies.
Mhm.
So and for us, it's a lot. Talk more of the Gen X,
Mm.
the ones growing up. Those ones, man, it's gonna be chaos.
So I think we're Generation X or Gen X. So like millennials and was it Gen Y? I
Are
don't even
we
remember.
Gen X?
I think so. Let me look it up.
I thought Gen X is like 18
Let me
years
see.
down.
Hold on. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, because I thought Gen X is like 18 years down.
Let's
Yeah,
see what the generations are. But yeah, but I agree with you.
yeah.
It's just people are just really just tied to
To the phone,
yeah, just tied to everything, and
it's crazy.
it's interfering in just our living.
Yeah, because we attached to the phone.
Hmm.
We don't talk to each other.
No,
We pass each other on the road. You don't even look at nobody. Everyone's on the phone.
and they're looking
Some
down.
people are even looking at their phone crossing the street like, and it's
Ah!
red. You know what I mean? So it's
didn't
like,
didn't you didn't you tell us a story
yeah,
a couple weeks ago about that? Yeah, I
you
mean
know,
we're all guilty of it.
yeah, we
You
are,
know, we're
yeah.
all guilty, but I think what you said was really important. I think we have to realize like this is the day and age that we're in.
Mhm.
So to say like you're going to completely cut yourself off from um
Human socialization.
well, I mean from like the internet.
Oh,
Like
okay.
to say you're going to completely cut yourself off from that, I don't really think is and it depends on who you are and where you live.
Mm.
You know, there's some people who are completely fine with not having any access to any kind of like social media or internet, whatever. There's people that, you know, they can't live without it. It's all about finding balance. So I think, you know, you gave a really great point or an example of how you can create some balance. Like, you know, if you are spending time with your significant other, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or even your children. So, like, I think I saw it was either on TV or maybe someone told me, like, you know, when it comes to like dinner time with
Mhm.
their spouse and their children, they have like a little basket that everyone puts their
Phone,
cell
yeah,
phones in.
yeah.
Yeah. So everyone puts their
Uh,
cell phones into the box before you come to the dinner table. And then actually at the dinner table, we're going to sit together as a family and
and
have
stuff,
dinner.
yeah,
And we're actually going to talk to each
yeah.
other. We're going to ask you how your day was,
Mhm.
how was school, how was work. You know, did something exciting happen today? Did
Yeah.
something um, challenging happen today? And then like how, you know, and then that way like you're getting to check in, you're getting to build a hopefully a closer connection